Ayan, baby, tingnan mo nga. Ayan, live na. Ganyan.
Kailangan mo siya taasan ng konti.
Ayan. Hold on. Okay. This one. Ay, palaka. Ay, palaka. There you go. Yan. Ganyan. Ay.
Ito yung paibabaw.
Yan. Okay. Whew! Sorry, bago ang setting natin. So, kailangan maayos. Okay, so share muna natin. Okay. Hello, good evening, everybody. Hello, good evening. Namaskaram din. J-Jet, good evening. Thank you naman for joining us. Share na natin. Sandali share ko lang yung ano. Ayan. Wow. Ayun. Okay. Yan. Good evening. Good evening. Thank you. Napansin mo yung painting. Bagong background natin yan for our sessions. But this is also gonna be evolving soon. So we are starting to build our collection again. So yun. Ay, teka, ayun pala. Sorry, sandali. Okay. Ay, pala ka. Ayan. Yan, okay. So by the way, I hope you all watched meron pala tayong may monthly draw na pala. Ay, ngayon na ba yung monthly draw? Ay, 22 pa lang pala. But I feel like it's already that. Teka lang, hindi pala monthly draw ngayon. Teka nga, ma-edit ko nga, hindi pa pala monthly draw. Ay, kaya na-post ko, hindi pa pala monthly draw. Sorry na. Next week pa pala yung monthly draw natin. So next week ko na i-announce. But yun. Okay. So, I really feel like, kala ko month end na. Okay, so yeah. Thank you for appreciating our new paintings for... Ito na yung magiging backdrop natin. Pero sabi ko nga, this is gonna be evolving very, very soon. We're starting to build our collection kasi. So, yan. So, by the way, for those who haven't watched our weekly tarot reading, I highly encourage you to do so dahil, well, this week, napakaganda ng energies. Tuesday and Wednesday, maganda yung energies natin. Teka nga, hindi, was it a Monday or ano? Meron kasing dalawang magkasunod na major card. That's a Tuesday and the Wednesday. Pero merong isang warning day. Medyo nakalimutan ko na kung aling araw yung may isang kailangan na naman natin ng pasensya. So, yun. Pag lumalabas kasi si Queen of Winter, naku, medyo malamig talaga yan. Imagine parang medyo cold-hearted yung effect niya. So, panoorin natin yung ating weekly tarot reading if you haven't watched that. And of course, we're gonna be having our lucky winner again. Syempre, and by the way, I'm pretty sure everybody's received their prizes na for the bracelets that we've been giving away every episode. I just got the confirmation that all of the winners have received there. So galingan ang pagsuot sa mga abundance bracelets natin. Okay, hintayin lang natin yung sandali, medyo umiingay na yung natin. Okay. Ayan. Okay. So, tonight we're gonna be having a very good session. Sabi ko nga just like how the past few sessions have been very, very, last Tarot Tuesdays, medyo ang mga concerns sa mga ating participants is really medyo mabibigat yung mga experiences. But I'm really happy to really answer those questions. Kasi one way or another, sabi ko nga, these experiences, no matter if these are very familiar life experiences kasi either napagdaanan natin or possible na pwedeng may similar na pinagdadaanan din tayo, or kung wala naman, very good, but it allows us to really prepare just in case in the future we get to encounter similar situations like that. It really humbles us, sa totoo lang. And ano kaya ang magiging theme ng mga questions natin for this week? And I'm really trusting na no matter how these questions ang ating pag-uusapan for tonight, one way or another, makaka-relate tayong lahat dyan. And myself included. Because I always say, sabi ko nga, my story is your story and your story can be my story as well. So, excited to hear ang mga stories na ating mga sasagutin for today. So, sandali. Ayan, okay? So, share muna natin yung live video. And then, in a short while, mag-start na tayo. Okay? So, today po, sir, is 222. How significant it is po? Well, in the 222, in general, when we talk about the synchronicities, these are called synchronicities. Synchronicities, these are numbers or these are angelic numbers that we get to see primarily dapat by accident, no? So, we don't seek it out. Na hindi natin siya proactively hinahanap. Out of nowhere, these things, whenever you're outside or you're looking in either you're online or you're basically able to stumble upon repeating numbers. That is called synchronicity. Pero syempre iba naman yung iba naman yung the date itself is full of synchronicity. But basically the numbers always represent something, and the number 2 is about magandang ng number 2 because it's about unions. Unions or contracts. So think of agreements, think of good partnerships, romantic. Okay din yun. Kasi talk about any form of union, any form of contracts and agreements that covers the number 2. So, and kaya incidentally, in our weekly tarot reading, our Tuesday din is a very good major card. We have the Temperance card for today's energies. And yun ang medyo natandaan ko dahil for the last 2 weeks, wala tayong major card. But then again, marirealize nyo rin naman yan na mapapansin nyo rin, there are weeks, dalawang magkasunod na week yung wala talagang major cards, puro minor cards yung lumabas. And mapapansin, 11-11 na, oh my God! Okay, very good. Ang makikita natin dun sa mga or mararamdaman natin dun sa mga experiences na walang major cards. That is hindi naman sa hindi siya remarkable, pero alam mo na mapapansin mo na this is really the way I see it. I will always call it as if that's yun yung time na nag-i-invest tayo ng energies. Para tayo nagtatanim ng energies. And when we're doing that, habang nagtatanim tayo ng energies, yan yung mga energies that we will get to manifest and harvest in the future. So these are all important na instances. And for me, I don't really I don't measure, I don't judge whether the weekly or the daily energies are major or minor. Everything is essential. Everything is part of the process. Kasi when we get to harvest, that means after harvest time, we need to work hard again. So the cycle continues. So hindi porke we don't get to experience mga major cards, hindi na siya significant or hindi na siya important as a process. It always is a very important process because kumbaga doon natin uumpisahan yung pagtatanim ng napakagandang energies. Okay? So, okay. Ay, good evening. Hello. Hello, Laril. Nakapagkita na kami ni Rain, alam mo yan. So, sayang wala ka naman no. So, next time, sama ka. Okay. Ay, nako. Ayan na ang ating Sweden representative. Hey, with a J. Hello, Chad. Thank you so much for joining us. Para, di ba, kung makabati-bati tayo ng kala mo naman, hindi tayo nag-uusap everyday. Pero ganun talaga. So, simulan na natin yung session natin dahil marami akong gustong entries na masagot for tonight. And I know we're all very excited to syempre ask our questions. No? So, habang, ayun na, pumapasok na yung mga questions. So, sige lang, keep the questions coming. And, you know how it is. In any of our sessions and the workshops as well, syempre we will always start with a prayer. And I am a practicing Hindu. I will be chanting my prayers in Hindu. But no matter which religion you are all following, please join me in prayer. Let us all pray for guidance, wisdom, and protection in tonight's session. Lalo na sa mga gusto mag-participate. Yung mga viewers natin and yung mga participants natin na may mga gustong maiklaro sa mga life aspect natin. As we say a little prayer, pray for discernment, pray for God's wisdom. Okay? So, samahan niyo ako. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshvara, Gurur Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshvara Gurur Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshvara Gurur Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Saravana Bhava Bhavaya Namaha. Om Saravana Bhava Bhavaya Namaha. Om Saravana Bhava Bhavaya Namaha. Om Dam Durgaye Namaha. Om Dam Durgaye Namaha. Om Dam Durgaye Namaha. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Shanti. 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 Jai Shri Mahavishnu. Ay, dyan pala kayo. Good evening, namaskaram everybody. Namaskaram, namaste, or namaskar. It's a Hindu greeting that says, the light in me, or the God in me, or the divinity inside of me, sees and acknowledges and recognizes the God and the divinity in you. My name is Marky Mendoza. I'm a Reiki master and teacher, also an intuitive tarot reader and teacher. Welcome to your official Tuesday night habit. This is Tarot Tuesdays. And every Tuesday night, we provide free tarot reading para sa inyo lahat. So kung may mga katanungan tayo, anything that concerns our love life, yung health natin, grabe ha. Parang itong magma-March na tayo, isang beses pa lang yata ako nakasagot ng questions sa health. Grabe siya ha. And of course, syempre yung career natin, napaka-importante din yan. So, kung meron tayong katanungan in those life aspects, libre lamang po magtanong. All it takes is for you to share this live video. Taki-screenshot lang po na na-share natin yung live video natin. And then, please send it in our inbox in our Facebook page, Everyday Reiki with Marky. And then, pwede na magtanong. First come, first serve po ang basis natin. And we will answer one question at a time. And uubusin lang po natin yung roster ng questions natin. When we're able to finish all of that, at may time pa tayo, pwede po natin balikan yung mga follow-up questions po natin. Now also, sa mga magpa-participate naman po for tonight, kung ang katanungan natin, sa mga nagiging binabasa ni Marky, yung mga makikita niyang mga energies o yung mga marirelay na energies sa mga magtatanong for tonight. Lahat po ng mga magiging questions niyo, kung sino yung magtatanong, ang titignan ko ay yung energy ng nagtatanong. So kung ang mga questions na nagtatanong ay patungkol sa inyong love life, sa inyong career, sa inyong health, sa energy nung nagtanong ako, titingin ang sagot. Because kung ang question naman, ano naman ang comprised or what are the elements? Ay, shush. Aba, Come here, Kala Beans. Come here. Umaaga, sumisimple pa yung anak ko. So, sorry na. Going back. So, ano naman, what's comprised of our energies? Lahat current. Current thoughts, our current emotions, our current decisions, and our actions. And once we start taking action, either we verbalize it or we start moving and taking action, ito ay automatically will be subjected to the universal law of cause and effect. Now, for the Christian and the Catholic faith, we call it the golden rule. para sa aming mga windows, Hindus, ba window, bintana. Para sa aming mga Hindus, we call it the law of karma. And science calls it Newton's third law of motion. Now, automatically, lahat po ng mga katanungan natin, ang hahanapin lang naman natin dyan ay kung favorable o hindi. Huwag po kayong mag-alala. Sabi ko nga, lahat ng mga questions na yan, it's already a product of the universal law of cause and effect. Pero kung maganda, pwede pa natin pagandahin. Pero kapag may mga warning tayo, all we need to do is change our energy so that we will hindi natin makukuha yung mga warnings. We will improve the energies, kumbaga. Now, sabi ko nga, kung halimbawa sa mga magpa-participate ngayon, ang mga katanungan nyo, imbes na ang mga katanungan natin is sa energy ninyo, hahanapin ng kasagutan. If your question entails, I would have to check other people's energy and wala naman silang knowledge and wisdom na hahanapin ko ang mga kasagutan sa kanilang energy, it will be a case of overstepping or simply, this is gonna be a case of invasion of privacy. Okay, so medyo hindi yun pwede kasi may karma po yun. Ang karma nun, hindi mapupunta dun sa nagtanong sa akin, okay? So 2022 na, kailangan alam na natin, isang taon na tayong nagta-Tarot Tuesdays, dapat alam na natin. But, sabi ko nga, may paraan naman for us to ask those questions. And usually, ano bang klaseng questions yung mga ganun? Relationship questions or two or more people are involved in that particular question. So kapag ganyan po ang sitwasyon natin, all we need to do is to divide the energies equally sa lahat po ng kasama doon sa mga katanungan natin doon sa equation, and then pwede na natin siya itanong. However, every time we divide the energies equally, may chance din kasi na yung accuracy rate mahahati din. And bakit po ganun? Dahil sabi ko nga, ang mababase, kaya ang basis ng ating reading is all about the energy of the person asking. Sabi ko nga, we can never control any energies outside or external energies aside from us. Dahil kahit nga matapos yung session natin or while we are asking these questions, tapos yung mga tao or the people involved in the question, anytime na mag-iba yung isip nila, their emotions, their decisions, and actions, malaking possibility na maiiba na rin ang magiging results nun. So, therefore, ang pinaka-accurate na energy ay patungkol sa energy ng magtatanong mismo. So, sa lahat po na magtatanong, sabi ko nga, ang cards natin, ito pa rin, we are using this favorite card for the second consecutive month. This is my most favorite card because this card has been my very first tarot card and ang dami na naming pinagsamahan itong tarot card ko nito. And this is the Victorian Fairy Tarot and very themed ang tarot decks nito. Sa mga magtatanong, merong dalawang klaseng cards pwede tayo makuha for tonight, which will also give you the idea kung anong klaseng energies ang mga mamamanifest natin. So we can get a major card or a minor card. The major card, the more major cards we get, ang ibig sabihin nito is malapit na nating ma-harvest yung mga blessings na yan. And kapag minor cards naman na makukuha natin, hindi naman ibig sabihin hindi siya maganda. No? Ang minor cards natin, this gives us an idea kung how much more effort ang kailangan nating ibigay until it manifests into something great. Now, we will always get 3 cards sa lahat ng magtatanong, which will show you yung first card, it represents the past energy, kung saan nanggagaling yung mga energies natin in the past, and what is our current energy like, and kung saan naman papunta yung mga current energy natin. Yan ang makikita natin. So, we will always get 3 cards sa lahat ng magpa-participate. So, yan ang ating guidelines. Sabi ko nga, lahat po ng mga magpa-participate, by the way, you have a chance to win 1,000 pesos worth of Crystal Abundance na bracelet, courtesy of our official partner. It's at celestialblue.ph. So, if you also want your customized na mga bracelets, charm bracelets, na guaranteed na ang ating mga panghihila ng mga energies is napakalakas because our Celestial Blue na tawag dito, ang may-ari ng Celestial Blue is also a Reiki master, so that guarantees you na napakaganda ang energies ng mga bracelets na may bibigay nyo. And of course, may one lucky winner tayo niyan. I also made an announcement na yung monthly draw natin will be tonight. Medyo nalito lang pala ako. Akala ko it's month end na. Next week, okay, next Tarot Tuesdays, doon natin gagawin ang ating monthly draw wherein all participants starting this month in February, you all have a chance to win workshop passes for March. And yung mga nanalo natin ng January, na-claim na nila ang kanilang mga prizes for this month. So congratulations sa inyo. Meron na naman tayong draw next week. So lahat po ng mga magsistay at the end of our session, you all have an equal chance to win a workshop pass for next month. Kaya stay tuned lang tayo. So, sa dami-dami ng daldal, ay, ang dami na ring daldalan pala dyan. So, hello sa inyo. Sandali. Okay. Hello, okay. Aina, hello, good evening. Thank you so much. Siyempre naman, ginagalingan natin ng mga prayer. Om Namo Nama din. Ako, may mga fellow Hindu din pala tayo dito. Hello, Zinya. Hello, thank you so much for joining us. Namaskar. Cool paintings. Thank you for recognizing. Hello, Gail. Oh, nice to see you. Nice to see you again. Nice vibe. I feel at peace. Thank you naman. Okay, marami pa yan. Hindi pa nga tayo nag-uumpisa, no? Maya-maya marami pa yan. Ay, Paula, hello. I see you. Hello. Tanya. Oh my gosh. Thank you naman, anak. I see you there. Maraming salamat. And syempre, the Princess of Mega World. Hello, Rain. I'm so happy you're there. Ayan, Rain. Ito na siya. Ito yung Rain niya. Alam ni Rain niya. Okay. So, simulan na natin ang ating session for tonight. So, sabi ko nga sa lahat ng may katanungan, huwag mag-atubili sa send your questions dahil tignan ko nga, ay medyo mahaba na yung pila. Pero go lang. Okay lang kahit mahaba ang pila. Itodo na natin yan. Okay, so here we go. Tingnan na natin ito na yung first participant natin. Okay. Sige. So by the way, if it's your turn para sagutin yung mga questions, and I will reply to your I will reply dun sa message niyo sa inbox. Okay? So, here we go for our first participant. What are the challenges that I might experience in my love life for the next 3 months? Wow. Hindi naman ako na-warning extra challenge pala yung Joke lang. Tingnan na. Ito naman challenge agad yung gusto mo makita. Bakit naman gusto mo ng challenge? Gusto mo ng challenge agad? Gusto mo ng challenge? Gusto mo, okay, sure ka ba magma-manifest ka ng challenge? Kasi ganito yan. Okay, so ganito. Okay lang naman magtanong ng kahit ano. Okay, honestly, okay lang. Pero syempre, tandaan, in every question that we have, tandaan, in every thought, in every emotion that we let out, it creates energy. So ganito ang I'll start muna with making everybody understand how do we manifest. Okay, how do we manifest? And this is really an important ay namaskaram din Edmond naman. Oy, nandiyan ka uli Hello, I see you. Namaskaram. And we have to understand in any of our mga goals, dreams, and aspirations, or basically yung mga gusto nating makamit sa buhay, no, it can be yung mga pangarap natin na hindi lang yung mga career natin, pero syempre yung mga gusto nating investment sa buhay, mga bahay, lupa, pera, etc. Love life, walang masama dyan. Lahat yan deserve nating na makuhang blessing. Pero if we really want those blessings, this is really how you're going to understand kung ano ang mga ways for us to manifest para makuha natin lahat yung mga pangarap natin sa buhay. First, you have to understand ano muna ang gusto natin makuha. So, for example, para sa first na participant natin, magandang love life. Okay? So, love life yan. Love life. So, sa love life, syempre, kung ang end goal natin ay love life, yun ang gusto natin makuha, then we have to understand na from point A to point B, yun yung task natin. Yung point B, nandun yung end goal. In this case, yung love life. So yung point A, nandun yung pinagsisimula ang energy natin, and the process in between, yun yung gagawin natin to manifest. Now, always see it this way. Para tayo nagtatanim ng puno. Okay? And yung puno, yung pinaka-blessing is on the fruit itself. In short, maka-harvest lang natin, masasabi lang natin na, oy, na-manifest ko na, nakuha ko ng kagustuhan ko kapag lumabas na yung fruit. And if the fruit is ripe for the picking, kumbaga hinog na pwede mo nang pitasin and to enjoy the fruit itself. So imagine kung if it's a real tree na we're wanting to plant and to harvest in the future, imagine kung ngayon ka magtatanim ng energy, tinanim mo siya today, you don't expect na magbe-bear siya ng fruit like overnight. Not unless munggo yung gusto natin, okay? Toge, di ba? From munggo naging toge. It can happen. But sabi ko nga, if ang gusto natin is it's a tree that bears fruit every single time, that means you want a stable na manifestation. Kasi isang punong malaki na regularly, though periodically ito nangyayari or by season, Ang puno, nagpo-produce ng mga fruits, kumaka-fruits naman. Sasabihin ko kasi prutas, pero nabitin yung ano 'no, fruits, ayan, okey. So, iisipin natin, bawat energy hangga't hindi tayo nakakapagpitas ng mga fruits na i-e-enjoy natin, nagtatanim tayo. Nagtatanim tayo ng what? Ng energy. We are giving the conditions. We are giving the conditions. Kasi tandaan natin, yung ano, yung imagine mo, kung meron tayong buto, nandiyan yung lupa, 'pag shoot mo siya do'n, automatically tutubo ba siya? Hindi. You have to give the right conditions first. And what are the conditions for a tree to become a tree? Lalagyan na patutubigan natin, bibigyan natin ng ano, ng sunlight. We will give fertilizer, and we will have to care for it over and over and over. In short, bibigyan natin siya ng best effort para eventually it shall grow from a seed to a tiny plant to into a plant until it becomes a tree. And then the tree shall bear fruit after. Yung process in between na yun, nagtatanim tayo ng energies. We are giving the manifestation the best conditions. So imagine kung ang gusto natin ay maganda. Ang gusto nating fruit na makukuha ay maganda, matamis, sobrang sarap. Okay? So think of ano ba yung mga energies that we can think. I don't think meron tayong ano, not unless it's bitter, no? Sometimes kasi 'di ba, the bittersweet kind of flavor is very appealing as well. Pero sabi ko nga, kung ang gusto nating makuhang end goal ay something so good, ibig sabihin hindi ka magtatanim o hindi ka maglalagay ng energy diyan na hindi mo rin kakainin in the future. So, if in the future, kasi gano'n yun eh, 'pag tinanim mo siya, 'pag sinama mo siya sa pagtatanim mo, one way or another, 'pag kinagat mo siya, malalasahan mo rin siya. You will always receive it when you taste it. You will always get to experience a part of the energy that you planted it with. Mabalik tayo sa question na 'to. Ang ganda na ng question ng love life. Ang ganda ng manifestation. Pero if we're going to ask these questions in ano, in siyempre sa tarot, sinabi natin, what are the challenges? It's like manifesting challenges. So, walang masama na because all relationships go through everything, the ups and downs of it, and that's part of the process. Pero when we are wanting to see the challenges, that means we are also wanting to manifest challenges. Do we really want that? Though again, it's normal. Though again, it's really gonna be a process of getting to know each other, or kahit na you're together na ilang years at years na kayo, no relationship is bulletproof of mga arguments. It is always part of that. And honestly, that's actually a healthy relationship. When you have arguments in a relationship, that's very healthy. It is healthy because every experience that you have in a relationship leads you to strengthen the relationship. The good times will strengthen it, of course, pero if there are shaky moments, those shaky moments, you will get to discover how both will work well together, and then it will strengthen the relationship. So anything that you're gonna do, anything that you're gonna manifest is meant to strengthen the relationship, not the opposite thing. However, babalik nga tayo, lalo na pero in fairness, iniba na yung question. What can happen na lang? O sige na nga, o yun na lang, mas maganda yun. What will happen? O bigyan na lang tayo ng overview. Kasi sabi nga ng Pussycat Dolls be careful what you wish for because you just might get it. So, 'di ba? Ganun yun. So, buti na lang bumawi yung ating first participant dahil hindi naman tayo pinalaki ng sex bomb na para bumawi lang. Lumalaban din tayo. So, so tingnan na natin, dahil sa haba-haba ng tsinismis ko, tingnan na natin yung energy. Buti na lang binawi na. So, tingnan natin. Sige, ano na lang mangyayari? What's in store for your love life in 3 months? Ayun, mas maganda yan. Okay? At dahil muntikan ka na makapag-manifest, kailangan bawian mo na ng magandang energy yan. Dahil para hindi tayo makapag-manifest ng any challenge. Okay? Sige, tingnan natin. 3 cards ang kukunin natin. And the 3 cards will always represent, sabi ko nga, past, present, and future na energy natin. So, here we go. 1, 2. Aba. Very good. Okay. I have 3 minor cards, but these are great cards, honestly. So, the first one, by the way, I forgot to mention na yung theme the Rider-Waite kasi, yung pinaka-original na tarot cards, yung mga minor cards, yung representation niya is yung is yung wands, yung swords, cups, and then pentacles. Pagdating dito, since it's a themed tarot card, yung minor cards are being represented by the four seasons. So yung spring, it's a representation of the wands. Cups, ang representation niyan ay summer. And then yung autumn, ang representation niyan is pentacles. And then yung winter natin yun ng sword. Whenever I read for this card, binabasa ko siya both ways. It can be the actual season or it can also be the combination of the season and the original suits niya. Kaya naman siya napakagandang gamitin dahil kumbaga there are many energies you can play around. Kaya lagi kong sinasabing napakadaldal ng card na to. So here is the first card. We have the Four of Summer. So summer is a representation of cups. Cups ang representation niyan. It can be a form of emotion. It can also be a form of celebration. Ng daldal na naman, no? Minsan napaka truthful kasi ng ng reflection ng card natin. And here's the first card. Ito yung pinanggagalingan na energy. This is the Four of Summer, and look at that. Merong fairy na nandiyan na nasa may malapit sa body of water, and then para siyang nilay-nilay, nagmumuni-muni, pero tingnan mo may reflection ng water dito, which is a very good reflection of what you really are going through. Yung pinanggagalingan nating energy is it's always a question, a form of in the form of many questions, many doubts, many fears, but this is mainly because you are assessing everything and you are reflecting whatever you deserve, whatever experiences you have in the past, and syempre what you have right now. These are all parts of the reflections that you're giving yourself. And a part of these reflections are also syempre one way or another, alam na natin kapag nag-a-assess tayo ng ganyan, di ba? Pag nagmumuni-muni tayo, hindi talaga natin maiiwasan na sometimes mababalutan din tayo ng konting bahid ng mga pagkatakot, and syempre may mga pagdududa. I am not bulletproof of that as well. Pero sabi ko nga, pag alam mo kung anong gusto mo i-manifest, so you acknowledge, oh nga, I felt that, but then again, go ahead and shower yourself with so much trust. Dahil sabi ko nga, kapag halimbawa, pumasok siya sa isip natin, na-entertain ng thoughts natin, at tapos tinambayan pa natin, sinabayan pa natin ng sinabayan yung mga thoughts, kumbaga, medyo nakain tayo ng sistema ng mga naisip natin, and then there is a strong chance na maapektuhan na tayo. And every time na naglilinger na yung energy natin, ako magmamanifest na yan. So, sabi ko nga, imagine mo, so energetically or kaya physically, iniisip mo lang siya. Let's say, you're taking the time to process everything. Kahit nahiga ka, nagpa-process ka, nagmumuni-muni kang ganyan. Pero energetically, nagtatanim ka na ng energies. The more that you are entertaining yung mga good things, of course, ang may entertain din, maha-harvest natin good things. Pero kapag nag-entertain tayo masyado ng hindi maganda, it's like saying that we really want to manifest those. But look at the second card. Napakaganda. And this is where current energy is napaka-abundant. It's the king, and it's the king of autumn. Ayan, di ba? Parang mayaman si kuya. Kaya palang gaan ang loob ko din kay kuya. Mukhang king of autumn siya. Medyo kaching-kaching. But of course, the autumn is a representation of pentacles or abundance. But then again, this is a love question. So, hitik na hitik in general. Hitik na hitik sa abundance. In short, when you say abundance, talagang nag-o-overflow. Nag-o-overflow lahat ng aspects, ang kasiyahan, the heart is overjoyed, the happiness, and it has broken some barriers already. Okay? And the king is already sitting comfortably here. And that means even the level of comfort that you have, nandun na siya. Only for it to flourish. Naku, napakaganda ng meaning nito. Tadan! We have the Ace of Summer. Look at the Lotus. And alam ko, kasi kilala ko kasi itong participant na to. And alam mo ang ibig sabihin ng Lotus na to. Okay? So the Lotus, most especially in Hinduism, the Lotus is a very important symbol para sa amin. Dahil if you've heard of the saying that no mud, no lotus, because honestly, physically speaking, when we talk about the lotus, saan ba sila nagta-thrive? Sa isang murky, muddy na water. It's always gonna be like that. And even though the environment is a little muddy or a little murky, what will emerge after that is a very pure, beautiful flower, which is a symbol of evolution. And then that is also a symbol of the spiritual evolution and the clarifying and purifying the energies that you're also meant to become. And so and since this is the relationship that we are wanting to know about, in the end, look at how everything will blossom. And with the lotus coming into play, that means this is also going to be a part of yourself that will awaken in so many ways. Dahil a part of the experience will also awaken so much happiness in you. And you know how it is kapag masayang masaya tayo, no matter what we go through, if there are some life lessons that we are needing to sort out, kapag masaya tayo, I mean, okay lang, sige gawin ko yan kasi anyway, I'm happy. Diba? And look at that. And this is the clear reflection of that. All in all, this may be some minor cards because it gives you an opportunity then to recognize na may mga tatrabahuhin tayo. Kasi most especially, imagine mo naman, if you're starting the relationship, siyempre, kailangan gagalingan natin yung pag-invest ng energy. So, ito ay literal na nagtatanim pa tayo. But by the sets of these cards, and again, there are minor cards kasi na makikita mo na kailangan talagang we're gonna start from scratch paghirapan. But this one is really more of the comfortable side na. And it's not just gonna be comfortable, it's blooming. It's gonna bloom perfectly. So I'm gonna be very excited for you because along with this is also a ay, nako, may nakita ko isang maliit na detail dito. So, may isang tiny detail kasi nga 'di ba mga fairies 'yan, so may mga maliit na ano, medyo maliliit na creatures or beings sila. And there is like a picnic basket here. So that means that one way or another, it's an everyday representation of celebrations. It's like everyday may mga mini celebrations ka na may discover. There are mga kumbaga every day is going to feel like a celebration. And as you go through the process of blooming, o di napakaganda. My only reminder para sa iyo is that mindfulness. So, mindfulness pa rin of the things that we're going to manifest. Kasi here is what I always say ha, lalo na nag-Reiki ako, and this is what I really learned in class when I attended my first Reiki class with my teacher. I've always been reminded in class na yung universal law of cause and effect, na yung kung anong tinanim siya aanihin. And I became more mindful na iniisip ko lang pala minsan nga ano, sometimes you have yung mga dirty thoughts o kaya mga bad jokes o kaya yung mga ill intentions towards other people, and sometimes you're just joking about it because it's really fun. Honestly, it's fun naman, 'di ba? Yung mga ano, sometimes may katuwaan tayo, nakikipagbaklaan tayo sa isa't isa, yung ano, you know how it is. Yung the gay humor talaga sometimes it involves mga biruan, no? But sometimes, and then telling you, it may be in a form of a joke, it may be in a form of, siyempre yung mga baklaan lang, but still, kapag nasabi na natin. And kapag nasabi natin, na-verbalize na natin, it already produces energy. And every time it produces energy, kasama na siya sa pagtatanim natin. And that is one thing that I was mindful about. Lalo na nag-uumpisa pa lang ako sa spiritual journey ko. Kasi, all I'm reminding everybody, lalo na yung mga marami na akong students kasi ng Reiki, and I always remind my students of this. Kapag may mga binibigay ako sa inyo ng mga ano, ng mga warning signs o kaya may binibigay ako sa inyo mga reminders, I am not just saying it for the heck of meron lang akong masabi o kaya dahil kasama siya sa script when I'm teaching, or when you see me, and if you're always very avid watching Tarot Tuesdays, kung lagi yung naririnig sa akin ng paulit-ulit ang mga gantong bagay, it is because, kung sabi ko nga alam naman natin ever since what will be best for us. What will be best for our body, what will be best for our mind, what will be best for our heart, what will be best for our soul. But even if alam natin what is best for us, oftentimes we are not mindfully choosing what is best for us. So sometimes it can be in a little things, in a form of joking, or in a form of a little bashing, kasi it's just fun to do so, alam mo yun. But still, kapag nasabi mo na. Pag may nagawa ka na, nagawa mo na. In short, once na na-process na natin, may nagawa na tayo, all we can do in the end is to make up for it. And that means magtatanim na naman tayo ng energy. And I've experienced it many times over. So ngayon, talagang alam ko na lang siya. I know how the universe works, and this is how the universe works. So isipin mo lang, kung anong tinanim ay siyang aanihin, that is true in many aspects. Okay? But for now, para sa first participant namin, kinikilig naman ako sa'yo. So, chismisan mo uli ako ng mga update natin. But for now, thank you for joining Tarot Tuesdays. So, good evening, everybody. My name is Marky Mendoza. I'm a Reiki master and teacher, also an intuitive tarot reader and teacher, and welcome to my gallery. Ay, ang dami na palang chismisan dyan. Sandali. Okay, sandali. I need your guidance on an important day of my life. Can I ask, please? Can you guide me, please? Sure. If you have a question and if you want to participate, all you need to do is share this live video in your social media and then take a screenshot of that. And once you have a screenshot of that, please send it in our Facebook page. It's at Everyday Reiki with Marky, and then we will answer that question later on. Wow, napa-English. Wow, iba din nakaka-English yung ano. Okay, and Crinkleton, can get it. Ay, ano yung kinuha mo na ano? Joke lang, joke lang. So, second participant na tayo. Oh, by the way, if you haven't if you haven't watched the weekly tarot reading, this week is gonna be amazing because we have two major cards and also, but there's still one day that needs a lot of patience. So we need to gear ourselves with so much patience and so much love because it can be overwhelming to an extent that we may lose our patience. Okay, so kailangan galingan. If you haven't watched the weekly tarot reading, I highly advise for you to do so because the more that we stay guided with the weekly energies and the daily energies, yung effect niya mas nalilesen. Okay? So, chismis later, alam mo yan. Okay, so here is our second participant na. Tingnan natin. Okay. So, hi Master, good evening, good evening. Now lang puli ako nag-participate for Tarot Tuesday. Sorry, ikaw nang busy, okay? I want to ask lang po with career, what's in store for me for this upcoming new contract? Wow, new contract ba? New contract? Balikan natin yan kung ganun. Tignan natin yan. Sige, I will get 3 cards for you. New contract. That's exciting. Okay, so but first of all, by the way, congratulations. Siyempre, new contract. Ba artista to Bakit may bagong kontrata? Okay. So, tingnan natin. What is in store for our second participant? May bagong kontrata. Sige, tingnan natin. Okay. Here we go. Okay, we have three minor cards here. So, here we go in our first card. We have the 5 of Winter. Okay. And this is kung saan galing yung pinaka-past energies natin. Look at the 5 of Winter. Okay, so this is kumaga yung pinaka-pinanguhugutan natin ng energy in the past when it comes to our career. So as you can see, parang medyo busy, no? Parang medyo it looks very painstaking. I mean, the imagery is showing these two animals here are being parang intentionally hurt by the other fairies. Okay, so in short, you've known what you've gone through because the push and pull, most especially sa career, ito kasi nasa sales kasi to, no? So hindi talaga madali bumenta, most especially we are in a current pandemic situation pa din globally. So I know that hindi siya simpleng bagay lang, but you're able to do that. Though the situation may reflect like this in the reflection of the winter kasi what was once moving or what was once flowing is now a little frozen. So damang-dama mo na there are a lot of challenges as you've gone through it, but it never stopped you from giving your best energies. Kaya naman, look at this. This is where your current energies are at. From winter, it became autumn. It became an amazing harvest time. And look at this. This is the 9 of autumn. You're able to become very, very resilient. Like, very resilient. And sabi ko nga, the autumn is a representation of kaching-kaching. And so this is where your current energy is at. The current energy is really giving you the idea na parang ikaw na you know how to save for the rainy days. You also know how to really grow like you are parang the mother bird in this nest. If you get what I mean, yung parang because this is a representation of the nest, and what do mother birds do dun sa nest nila? That is the time that they care. Kumbaga, yun yung time na inaalagaan yung mga younglings na binibigyan mo ng focus, ng attention. You're wanting to grow something so little for it to manifest into something great. And you've learned how to do that. The resiliency of this is really amazing. And where is it going to lead to? Look at this, 9 of summer. Look at that. The representation of these fireflies are the opportunities. It's like twinkling that you're just watching them unfold in front of you. So what's in store for you? I'm very, very excited and I'm very hopeful. Though these are minor cards, pero it gives you the idea para din hindi tayo magiging complacent. Okay? Hindi rin tayo magiging complacent. I want us to always give our best energy every time. Because syempre, ganito yan, di ba tandaan natin, mabalik na naman tayo sa sa puno na nakapag-harvest na tayo and tuwan-tuwa tayo nakapag-harvest tayo because doon mo mararanasan yung talaga, okay, ito na yung pinaghirapan ko, ito na yung mga effort ko, na-enjoy ko na because the tree has started bearing fruits. And napakasarap na na-harvest. Pero imagine, kung halimbawa naka-harvest ka na and you've given all the best efforts and you've done it consistently until na-harvest mo siya, pag tinigil mo yun, what makes you think na magtutuloy-tuloy din yung blessing? So you have to keep going. You have to continuously become resilient. You have to proactively find ways on how you can become more resilient and for you to establish bigger blessings in the future by doing it over and over na hindi ka natitinag. And I know kasi namin isang bagay din kasi maganda dito sa participant dito eh. Yung yung sipag na binibigay mo kasi this participant is also a working student. Imagine that. Napakaganda ng napakaganda ng ginagawa niya because hindi madali. Sa totoo lang hindi madali. I've experienced that before. I I was working full-time. I was also studying full-time. So, Monday to Saturday pa yung class ko, no? And I've done that for 2 years. 2 years ko siyang ginawa. And hindi madali. And for people na nagagawa yon eh talaga namang nakakabilib dahil hindi biro na on a physical sense nga before, I was traveling from work. I mean, from house to school, going to work. And ang ginagawa ko pa nun kasi night shift ako nun. So imagine mo, pagdating sa my class would start at 2 p.m. Tas it will last until 8 p.m. Tapos ang pasok ko sa gabi, 10 p.m. hanggang 7 in the morning. And then matutulog lang ako sa umaga sandali. Nakakasingit pa nga ako ng workout na nakakapag-gym pa ako ng time na yun. But then again, balancing ko talaga ang mga at kalkuladong-kalkulado ko lahat ng oras ko. I cannot overdo things. Everything is running by the moment as it is in my calendar. But sabi ko nga, I learned many things during that time. I learned how to work well with my time and my energy. And hanggang ngayon, ginagamit ko pa rin siya. Yung disiplina na natutunan ko sa sarili ko, hindi biro, pero magandang bagay na natutunan kong disiplinahin yung sarili ko. You are doing well. And I'm telling you, when a person, imagine mo when you are able to balance many things all at the same time, and I may be talking about our current participant here, pero tandaan mo, if you're someone who's able to juggle many things all at the same time, hindi na dapat sana iniisip mo din na parang, ano ba yan, ito lang ginagawa ko, ito na lang lahat ng ginagawa mo. You have to see the blessing in what you're doing. Kasi hindi biro yung magbabalanse ng mga maraming bagay all at once with just one body. With the limited time that we have, they only have 24 hours in a day. So imagine you are enhancing a skill of how to manage your energy and you are giving everything a priority. And that is a skill. That is a skill. So my say, you may be seeing na you're just balancing these two things, but you are gaining something really special here that not everybody may see the value of managing the energy or managing our time. When you're able to master this and you're able to see through, alam mo, dumating din talaga ako sa time na parang, okay, walang kasi siya, estudyante, di ba? Kapag may mga holiday or mga school breaks kami noon, or term breaks, naku po, ang feel ko yung parang, uy, estudyante ako, walang klase Pero, tinitignan ko yung time ko, parang, anong gagawin ko? Ang dami kong oras. I mean, what am I gonna do? Ganun na yung pakiramdam niya. It really feels like parang may kulang sa araw mo if you're not balancing everything over and over. But then again, sabi ko nga, it gives you the idea that you can be many things all at the same time as well. And all it takes is for you to discipline yourself. So para sa current participant natin, gusto ko nagalingan mo pa yung pag-i-invest ng energies mo because hindi naman mangyayari to. Imagine mo yung from the first energy ito yung pinanggagalingan mo, it turned into something warm, into something so amazing. And this really happens when we are dedicated to really achieving all of those. And wag matakot mangarap, honestly. Hindi tayo dapat matakot mangarap. Mas matakot tayo pag wala na tayong pangarap. Okay? But para sa I'm blessing you again dahil napakaganda ng mission mo sa buhay. Hindi biro ang ginagawa mo. And I know in the future, you will be more proud of yourself dahil hindi nga biro yung ganyan. And thank you for joining Tarot Tuesdays. So, good evening, everybody. My name is Marky Mendoza. I'm a Reiki master and teacher, and also an intuitive tarot reader and teacher. Welcome to Tarot Tuesdays. And every Tuesday night, we provide free tarot reading for everybody. So, kung meron tayong katanungan, anything that concerns of your love life. Oh, by the way, if love life yung question natin, please indicate if you're single or double. Okay? So, dahil alam mo na, single, double. Mga 90s baby. So, mga sumayaw sa'yo dyan. Okay? So, also, by the way, nakachismis ko, nakalimutan ko sabihin yung spiel ko. One lucky winner of 1,000 pesos worth of Crystal Abundance bracelet. This is up for grabs at the end of our session. So lahat po ng participants namin, everybody watching right now, at the end of our session, please stay because one lucky winner of 1,000 pesos worth of Crystal Abundance bracelet, courtesy of our official partner, celestialblue.ph. Also, if you're wanting to customize your own bracelets, depending on what you want to manifest, let's say you want to manifest anything about that concerns your career, or you want to manifest protection or for love life, the Crystal Abundance bracelets, just one ano lang, kumbaga that's one aspect of the things that you can enjoy, pero we can customize that for you. Just reach out yun sa Facebook page or the Instagram account at celestialblue.ph. By the way, the blue is BLEU, para social like that. Okay. Okay? And also, if you haven't watched the weekly tarot reading, meron tayong warnings this week. So, and blessings as well. It's very good balance. But of course, we need to be always mindful of the daily energies because kapag may mga warnings, yung impact na babawasan. So, if you haven't watched that, please do watch. Thank you, Master Namaskaram din sa iyo. Always on point ang readings natin. Ayan. Dahil dyan, I'll give you a point din. Okay? Joke lang. Love you. Ayan. Okay. Sige. Next naman tayo. Okay, here we go. Ayan. Okay. Yun. Okay, so here is our next participant. Oh, may essay writing. Okay, sandali. For essay writing, ayun na, kapit, mukhang ano to, mukhang may kasama na tong ano, Dear Marky, dahil may essay writing, medyo mahaba, no, yung paragraph na ano. Namaskaram din. Okay. So, sabi niya, glad to know you po. Glad to know you din, Master Marky. Gusto ko lang po sana ng guidance. Though alam ko naman po na di po ako magtatagal sa work ko now. Pinili ko lang po ito kasi ito na po ang naging available. Yung dalawang pipilian ko na career dati, wala po akong pinili. Saka lang, medyo nalito na ako. Ang dami mong pinili. So, joke lang. So, okay. Gusto lang po ng guidance ngayon sa lugar na binalikan ko at iba ang profession o field na pinasukan ko. Sana po mabigyan niyo ako ng guidance. Salamat mo. Makakabuti po ba ang path na pinili ko? Sana magkaroon ng chance na babasahan niyo ako. Eto na nga. Yan. Okay, sige. And just in case po magkakaroon ng chance mabunot ako, eto na, nabunot ka na. Okay, so tingnan natin. Okay, so let's see in your chosen path. Tingnan natin. And by the way, bago tayo, before I get cards for you, sometimes we feel like we were left with no choice. Sometimes we feel like whatever we have right now, it's not really, either it's a temporary thing or we know the pangmatagalan na ito. But let me tell you this, kahit saan tayo pumunta, no matter what we're going to do, no matter if we like it or wholeheartedly appreciate what we're doing, or sometimes may tinatawag kasi din na in psychology, and I've studied psychology then when I was in college. Ay shush, what's happening to that baby? Halika nga patingin nga, come here, Calabins. Magpakita ka muna sa natin. Ay shush! Pati ikaw, magpakita ka naman, baby. Sige na, sumama ka na dito. May family, Diyos ko, yung baby ko ayos sumama. Ito na lang si Calabins. Look at this eyes. Dito ka na, tabi ka kay daddy. Kasi pambili mo to ng cat food. Yan, sige dito ka. Look at this. Okay, dito. Ikaw naman, napaka-camera shy mo talaga. Para kayong isang daddy mo. Napaka-camera shy. Okay, so going back. No matter what we do, whether we sometimes say na we're here temporarily, no, alam natin na talagang hindi ito yung pangmatagalan, pero in psychology may tinatawag dun tayo na emotional labor. And what is emotional labor? Ito naman is a little different kasi sometimes it's our personality, the personality that we have, and the chosen profession that we have may be two opposite things. Halimbawa, you are an extroverted person, but the type of work that you have doesn't allow you to be extrovert. Halimbawa, good example, you are an extroverted librarian. Yung tipong you have to be very quiet all the time, or can also be a programmer, a computer programmer na bawal magsalita, puro gawa lang na gawa ng programs. Or imagine an introverted clown or an introverted comedian na every time that you're going to do something, it really feels like it's a chore. Kasi kumbaga, your personality and what you're doing professionally are polar opposites, in which you may find yourself na you are giving out so much effort dahil it's not natural for you. But that often happens din with other instances katulad nitong ating participant na may, kumbaga, according to the story, na hindi ito yung masyadong, kumbaga, she's left with no choice and ito yung available. And of course, we have to be very resourceful. Now, here is my very good advice, not just for our current participant, but this is for everybody. we can never we can never do something and be half-hearted about it. Kasi, if you're also half-hearted about it, o kaya talagang we're just doing it but we're not giving our best, it's like telling the universe na we are less grateful for the blessings. And that can sound a little harsh kasi kumbaga we are still there although we're not doing our best, but it's just that we're not happy. Pero imagine mo yun. No matter where you are, no matter what you're doing, you always have to find happiness no matter what. And it may sound a little easy to say that it can be very possible, not unless I've experienced it. And remember, before I became spiritual, I was in a corporate setting for a long time. That's long 15 years of my life. Kakabukoy nga ng mga age, pero yeah, I'm 38 na. So, imagine that, 15 years of my life, 15 years, I was in a corporate setting. I was working with international banks, but I wasn't happy anymore. That's why I got fired. Pero yun nga, nakuha ko rin yung energy na ininvest ko. I got fired because I started not caring. And I don't want those things to happen to anybody kasi hindi rin siya masarap sa pakiramdam. Just because I wasn't happy anymore, just because kumbaga, I was just there. Whether I do my best or hindi, I'm gonna get paid anyway. But I wasn't doing my best. But the people around me are expecting the best from me. And I can't even give an ounce of it. So it's like telling the universe na binigyan kita ng magandang blessing pero ayaw mo naman. Binigyan kita ng magandang blessing pero parang for you, okay lang. Why do we need to find the happiness or the fulfillment on the contentment? Because everything that we are doing right now will eventually lead kung nasaan dapat tayo. And every experience before ma-manifest natin yung ultimately what we're meant to become, it prepares us for that moment. It gives us practice for that moment that we will finally materialize everything that's meant for us. And imagine kung binigay na sa atin. Tapos dun pa lang ba tayo magpa-practice? Dun pa lang ba natin gagalingan? Dun pa lang ba natin i-discover how we can do well? Or mas maganda ba na pagdating natin dun sa final destination natin? Hindi naman sa mamamatay yung movie. I mean, what we're supposed to be. Yung ultimate goal natin, yung ultimate manifestation natin, yung kung sinong napipicture mo sa sarili mo in the future, bago ibigay sa'yo yun, may pagdadaanan ka muna. And that serves as practice. And imagine kung right now, so yes, I get that, na for the meantime, we make do with what we have. We make do with the blessings that we have. Pero, hindi ibig sabihin wala tayong blessing. I want everybody to realize na hindi lahat ng tao nabibigyan ng ganyang sapat na kakayahan to have a very good opportunity. And look at those people who are trying so hard Pero medyo at the moment, the divine timing hindi pa nabibigay sa kanila. Pero at the moment, hindi yon ang sitwasyon mo. And that makes you a lot luckier than others. You're more blessed than others. So sometimes all it takes is for us to recognize that. Sometimes all it takes is for us to appreciate yung mga blessing natin. And sabi ko nga, mas gagalingan ni universe yung pagbigay sa atin ng what we truly deserve if we have a heart full of gratitude. If we are a gracious receiver. If we are someone who does not measure blessings, and in fact, anywhere you look in every second that you have in your life, parang kilig na kilig ka nang kasi lahat ng angle yung tinitignan mo, nakikita mo yung blessing ni God sa'yo. Nararamdaman mo ang blessing ni God sa'yo. That's what I do. I look around. And years back when I was still struggling, and because whatever I have right now, pinaghirapan ko lang yan. Wala akong ibibigay sa inyo na hindi ko pinagdaanan. I will not share anything na hindi ko pinagdaanan myself. And I grew up with a very humble story. There was a time in my life na hindi ako nakakakain. And that's true. But now, I look around, kung ano man yung mga buhay na na-experience ko ngayon, yung mga material na bagay na mga napundar ko din, kung ano na-enjoy ko ngayon, hindi naman siya nangyari because ginanyan ko lang. It has to go through a thorough process. But you know what? Ngayon ko lang nakukuha lahat ng gusto ko because you know why? Finally, I know how the universe works. Finally, I know how to appreciate everything. Finally, I know how to give value to the blessings that I have. And kahit na for me, it may not seem a lot for everybody, or kaya when they look at me, kumbaga when I was starting, that's finally the time that I started embracing spirituality basically. And that's when I get to discover how everything is perfectly made beautiful. Everything that we experience, and let me give you wisdom for you to see something differently in the term of perfection. We would commonly hear that nothing is perfect. You would commonly hear that if there's only one thing perfect in this world, and that's God. But you're right. God is the only perfect thing in this world. But remember, as God Himself is perfect, He made all of His manifestations perfect as well. If He is as perfect as we all say He is, then hindi siya nagkakamali. Kung ano binibigay niya sa atin, whether good or bad, hindi yun pagkakamali. Because He is perfect. And the perfection I would want you to recognize is that everything that has happened in the past, everything that we are going through right now, and everything that will happen in the future has to happen in perfect sequence. Only for us to become the person that we are now, and only for our future self, it will become the best version of ourselves. But it has to happen perfectly the way it did. And that is perfection itself. So you may be someone who may be going through rough patches right now. Go through it with so much pride, with so much happiness, and with so much fulfillment and contentment. Kahit hindi mo pa nakukuha yung gusto mo. Kasi ibibigay naman sa'yo yan. Pero tandaan, lahat pinaghihirapan. Although yes, there are people na talagang, sometimes it's easy to measure. It's easy to measure na the form of success na we at least gauge for ourselves and for others is the material abundance or the investments, the material things that we have. Pero you may also find many stories of many wealthy people and you're gonna ask them, are they truly happy? May masasagot at masasagot pa rin sila. One way or another, may hahanap-hanapin pa rin sila. So again, and then I leave you this question. So what does really make someone happy and content? But honestly, you can find that in anything and everything that you're doing now. By appreciating everything that you have to go through and what you're going through right now. It has to happen in perfect sequence. And you know what's incredible on that? Many years ago, many people that have gone before us, They have to go through their own lives first. This is already the 21st century. Imagine, in perfect sequence as well, everything that we know in history has to happen perfectly as well, the way it has to. Only for us to become who we are right now, for us to enjoy the technology that we all have right now, and for the future, for our best version to emerge, we have to go through many things first. So, yeah, everything's perfect. It has to happen in perfect sequence. And we have to recognize that. And once you accept that everything that is happening in our life is meant for us so that it will serve as a very good practice. Kasi tandaan mo, hindi tayo bibigyan ng isang bagay na hindi natin kayang i-handle, na hindi natin kayang pagyamanin. Dahil hindi naman loko-loko ang Diyos, na hindi niya tayo pagtitripan, hindi niya tayo bibigyan ng mga pangit na bagay dahil wala lang siyang magawa, wala siyang mabigyan ng hindi magandang bagay for today. No, it's not like that. We don't have a cruel God. No. But rather, He always teaches us many things. And these things we already know. But then again, sabi ko nga, if there's anything that's lacking, it's the mindfulness and the awareness kung paano natin pahahalagahan ng lahat. So let today's lesson be another opportunity for you to become grateful. Okay? Ay, shush, ayan yung ano. Ayan, tinan mo. Ayaw magpakita. Grabe siya. Ayun ako, sige na nga. So, ayan. Oh, sa haba-haba ng sinabi ko. Teka, ay, ako yung sinabi ko na rin dyan. Kinilabutan po ako, Master. Ay, sorry, hindi naman horror yung sinabi ko. Ba't ka kinilabutan? Hindi, joke lang. Joke lang, okay? So, ayun. So, ang sasabihin ko lang sa'yo is that, and this may be for our current participant, but let this be a good lesson for everybody. The moment we start feeling that we are, kumbaga, whatever we have right now, I want you to see it as if everything in your life is progressive. And imagine na I was in a point of my life that me and my mom and tatlo kami magkakapatid and my mom, we are sharing parang isang room lang dun kami nakatira. And the size of that, parang kasing laki lang yan, size ng CR. Pero apat kami pinagkakasya namin yung sarili namin doon. But we were happy. But we were honestly happy. Wala kaming TV, wala na din kaming radyo. So, because, what we have in a day is just to get by. Minsan makakakain kami, minsan hindi. But you know what? We're happy. And then, biglang, with our hard work and effort, nakakapagpundar na, naalis na namin yung sarili namin in that situation. But, it is a valuable experience for us. It taught us many things. Right now, binabalik-balikan ko pa rin yung moment na yun. Not because punong-puno ako ng pride sa sarili ko. Nasasabi ko, yan ako noon, pero here I am now. Hindi. I use that to keep motivating myself. And lagi kong sinasabi, pag bumitaw ka, yun ang itsura mo. That's what I tell myself. So, always see yourself in a very progressive na phase. And that means, kung right now, at this very moment, we've reached a certain point and certain level of life, that means it's gonna get better. Pero tandaan mo, you became very progressive because you've added a lot of great things, great decisions, great energy to your life. That's the same formula that you're gonna have so that you can progress even more. And alam mo, dito para sa ano natin, I may have to tell you na because of the energy that I'm feeling with your question and what you're going through right now, I do not want to add a little damage dun sa energy natin na halimbawa, dahil tandaan mo, lahat na magpa-participate, ang nakukuha niya ay current energy. Yung current energy niyan, paano? Because of what you're feeling right now, because sa sinabi mo na parang right now, you just make do with what you have, may malaking possibility na pag tinanong natin what's in store for you, it may not come out really good. And if I'm going to motivate you, tapos may maririnig ka, pero sabi ni Marky, hindi maganda, ba't pa ako mag-e-effort? I don't want that for you. But rather, what I would want for you is to become more aware, to become more grateful. Para, let tonight's lesson be the jumpstart of that good energy. Let tonight's wisdom be that opportunity for you to plant better seeds, to plant better opportunities for you in the future as well. But it will never happen kung mapanghihinaan ka ng loob because someone will tell you na hindi maganda eh. Tapos panghihinaan na tayo ng loob. But instead, gusto ko mas tapangan mo pa yung loob mo. Be brave and be very bold with taking risks. We may see, sabi ko nga, we may see that we are making do with what we have, but tandaan mo, you're very lucky. Because there are people out there that may not necessarily have the same opportunities as you do. And you know that because not everybody um, are in the same position as we are. And that makes us really lucky. The mere fact that we can see each other online, that makes us lucky. Imagine, you have the gadget for us to meet online. That in itself, ang dami na realization. So right now, I would want to encourage everybody. I want to encourage everybody to look around you. Look around you wherever you are and appreciate where you are. And I want you to genuinely appreciate all of your efforts as well. Tandaan, hindi yan magically nag-appear lang. Lahat yan, literal, dugot pawis. So you have to appreciate that. So, para sa ating current participant, instead of me getting cards for you, that there is a strong opportunity that may not necessarily give you best energies, hindi ko siya dadagdagan. Okay? I don't want to discourage you because I'm here to empower everybody. So instead, I will empower you that honestly, we all have free will. No matter what the cards will say, no matter what the energies will relay, we all have the power to become better. So use that power well and know that we all deserve blessings. Lalo ka na. So don't see yourself less. In fact, be very grateful with where you are. Again, that's a very good privilege. Pagyamanin mo. And so yan ang magbubunga in the future. Love your job, appreciate everything, and you will definitely receive many blessings. Even more. Pero syempre, if you do the opposite, paano? So, instead, right now, I want you to be happy. I want you, though it may feel a little overwhelming, let it. And then tomorrow is your clean slate. Start anew. Start working with so much pride and so much happiness. And pagyamanin mo kung anong meron ka. And then, it will become better. Thanks for joining Tarot Tuesdays. So, teka lang. My name is Marky Mendoza. I'm a Reiki master and teacher and also an intuitive tarot reader and teacher, and welcome to Tarot Tuesdays. Every Tarot Tuesdays, we provide free tarot reading for everybody, lahat na may katanungan sa mga love life, and career, and syempre sa health. Wala naman nagtatanong ng health, grabe siya ha. Okay, and I'm here to provide free tarot reading para sa inyo. All you need to do is share the live video and take a screenshot of that. Pakisend sa ating Facebook page. Ako nang bahala dyan. Okay, crinkle to, thank you naman sa mga heart. Yan, thank you sa mga heart nyo, red hearts, pink hearts, may mga flower. Kayo ha, I see what you're doing there. Grabe kayo. Okay. RC, hello po Master Marky, God bless po. Ay, God bless din sa'yo, RC. And Fami, good evening. Good evening naman, Fami. Thank you for joining us again. So, marami pa tayong time. Ang daldal ko, nakakaano pa lang ako. Sige, trabaho na tayo. Ang dami ko pa lang kailangan pasagutin. Here we go. Eto na. Teka lang. Ayan, okay. Ito naman ang ating next. Hello, Master. Asking lang the energy on how we will end the month. Yung boss po namin kasi nagbigay ng target. Ask ko lang po if may hit. Naka-evaluation din po ako for promote. Sabi ko na. Di ba sabi ko na nagbasa tayo, di ba you're gonna have promotion, this is it. Di ba nag-usap tayo na magkaka-promotion ka ng March. Eto na nga. Sige, galingan natin. Sige. Na-excite naman ako. Kasi by the way, may mga clients din kasi ako na binabasaan. I do personal tarot reading sessions kasi nga syempre when you go through Tarot Tuesdays, paisa-isang tanong lang yung mga nasasagot natin. And kasi syempre meron tayong as much as possible lahat ng mga magpa-participate. Pero meron akong mga first viewers ko yan sa Tarot Tuesdays last year pa. One of the most avid na viewer. And then nag personal reading session kami. Dahil nakakabitin nga yung paisa-isang question once a week. And nag-read kami na sabi ko sa kanya last year is, March is the time for assessment and promotion. Eto na, biglang nasabi na niya na may assessment. So, tingnan na natin. Pero here is what I'm going to say again. Parang yung sinabi ko dun sa previous na participant natin. No matter what the cards will say, sabi ko nga, treat everything as if we are going to give our best. Like it's the best performance of our life. Ganun natin itatrato ang mga ating mga everyday dealings na gusto nating ma-harvest ng mga blessings. Here's what I'm going to tell you. Hanggat hindi natin nakukuha ang gusto natin, nagtatanim tayo ng energy. So bawal kung gusto natin magandang energy, di bawal magtanim ng hindi maganda. Okay? So magtatanim din tayo ng maganda. Magfo-focus lang tayo sa lahat ng maganda. Tsaka maganda kasi ito eh. Alam mo maganda ka eh. Ha? Okay, here we go. Ay, sus, tuwan-tuwa na naman pag tinawag ko maganda. Sige na. Oh. Sige, ini-name drop kita. Anong gusto mo i-name drop? Tuwan-tuwa pag nasasabihan ng maganda. Pero maganda kasi yan talaga. O sige, tingnan na natin. Kamusta ang ano? Ay, sus, natawa-tawanan mo lang ako pero alam mo na maganda ka. Teka, sandali. So, ang pinaka-ano talaga natin is energy on how we will end the month. Okay, sige. Tingnan natin. 1, 2, 3. First card. Ang titingnan is yung month end. Okay, sige. 1, 2, 3. 1. Okay. Aba. Well, anong tawag dito? Alam mo, in by the looks of this, it really feels like this is gonna be a buzzer beater kind of energy. And why did I say that? Because the first card, we have Six of Summer. Ang summer, yung buhos talaga ng success and mga success stories yan. And look at this. The Six of Summer, diba? May mga, alam mo, pansin nyo, lagi lumalabas tong Six of Summer, no? Lumalabas din to. I mean, ito, lumalabas to. May mga mahilig tong card na to na ibigay sa atin. No? So this is the Six of Summer. And tinan mo naman with the representation of the waterfalls dyan. So buhos sa buhos talaga yung effort. Buhos din ang mga celebrations equally. So that really gives you the idea na you really are giving the efforts. But also, sabi ko nga, we sometimes give this effort, pero sometimes ang result niyan ganito. So para mahila natin yung mapaangat pa natin yung results ng energy natin na maganda, syempre that means we would have to add other energy. Parang sumasayaw na akong ganyan. Basta ganun lang naman yung depiction natin, di ba? Parang ganun, hindi ako magti-TikTok, okay? You can't find me in TikTok, sa YouTube lang ako. Okay, so, but then again, here is the second card, which is the current energy. Kaya alam kong medyo may challenge ngayon, medyo feeling natin na tayo yung parang ninenervyos, okay? Dahil this is the Six of Winter. And sabi ko nga, what was once flowing, it's a little frozen right now. So kaya alam ko nakakaramdam kayo ng konting ganyan. Pero tandaan, we have the capacity. Okay? We have the capacity to make it happen. So, anong tawag dito? Ano yung ending na card yan? Biglang Two of Summer. And look at that. Aba, ay sus, parang nasa gondola na. And so that means you're gonna glide through it then. Pero it really feels like it's a buzzer beater. But this is still the current energy. All I'm saying is that may time pa naman. Meron pa nating, pwede pa nating ibuhos sa mas magagandang energy. And of course, sabi ko nga, how do we also manifest this and all the other great blessings? All it really takes is the ample amount of hard work. Pero syempre, kung gaano kalaki yung hard work natin, dapat triple yung tiwala. Because honestly, I don't think we can do something na hindi natin pinaniniwalaan. Or parang sasabihin natin na we want to manifest this, pero hindi tayo naniniwala. O gusto mong makuha to, pero hindi ka masyadong naniniwala na makukuha mo siya. You can't have both together. Either you don't believe it and that's why you're not gonna get it, or you believe in it so much, that's why you're going to get it. So that same goes with anything. Ito man ang katanungan mo nito, ang kasagutan mo nito ay para sa career. Pero sabi ko nga, ito ay patungkol sa lahat. Oh, lalim ng taka. This is for anything and everything that you would want to manifest. That means it goes for even the money that you deserve, or the material things that you want in life, or the investments, the love life, anything. Makukuha mo yun if you believe in your heart and in your soul that you're meant to get it. So, kung may isang part ng energy natin that doesn't believe it, it's like a part of your energy not believing that you're worthy of it. So believe it in every inch of you, in every tiny little cell that is inside of your body, and there are like trillions and trillions of cells in our body. Then let those trillions and trillions of cells speak for itself. Let it speak volumes of trust and love. And your hard work, hindi naman matatanggi na you've been exerting a lot of efforts eh. Pero imagine mo nag-e-effort ka pero hindi ka naniniwala dun sa effort mo. How can you manifest that? So you have to manifest it. Hindi yun sa pagmamayabang na parang, kuha ko na yan, akin na yan, akin na. Hindi yun eh. Because it will be different kung hindi ka gumagalaw if you're not doing your fair share. It will be different. Iba yung confidence versus arrogance naman. The confidence that I would want you to have is because you are equipped with so much trust and so much faith in God. Tsaka sabi ko nga, I mean, it's been a year since I read for you. And sabi ko dun sa reading for you is that by March, and look at that, it's manifesting. And sinabi ko na yan sa'yo, so you're bound to get it. Ngayon ka pa ba titigil? Galingan mo pa. All I'm saying is kayang-kaya mo pa yan. At saka pag nakuha mo yan, alam mo ng kapalit. Ganito. Okay? Pero all I'm saying is that, okay, game. O sige ha. Ginigame-game mo ako, tapos pag nag-uusap tayo ha, kaibigan ko rin kasi ito eh. Ha? Sige, palakakan. Okay? Okay, sa reading sa March, alam mo yan. And you know what? What I love about this current participant is that in her it's not a diary, or parang yung organizer niya or the planner. Organizer, napaka 90s. Yung planner niya, pag pinakita pa niya sa akin, Master, tinan mo sa March, oh. And then ngayon, tinan mo, ni-review na nga. So, I'm very excited for you. Pero syempre, hindi pa natin nakukuha. That means, kung ano nararamdaman mo ngayon, sinasama mo na naman sa pagtatanim yan. So, magtanim ng magaganda. Magtanim ng mga masisipag na energies. Magtanim ng maraming pagtitiwala sa Diyos. Because hindi ko naman siya nakita for nothing. Imagine last year ko pa yan nakita. And it's already there. Oh, ngayon ka pa ba mapapatitinag? So, all I'm saying is that, congratulations. And thank you for joining Tarot Tuesdays. So, may time pa tayo? May time pa. Okay. So, my name is Marky Mendoza. I'm a Reiki master and teacher, also intuitive tarot reader and teacher. Mamaya ng chismis. Sige, trabaho na tayo para marami tayong matulungan. Okay, sige, here we go. Okay. Ayan. Good evening, Sir Marky. Message po from the universe for me. Been following you sa YouTube since August last year. Congrats on your growing channel. Thank you naman. Anong tawag dito? What kind of, but thank you, pero I feel like it has to be more specific kasi sa totoo lang marami pong sa atin yung message sa universe. Baka kulangan yung 1 hour natin and 2 hours natin. So, in what life aspect? So, anong tawag dito? It really pays off if we are very specific sa mga katanungan natin. Kasi pag ang tinanong natin, what's the message for me? Baka matalo yung essay writing ng isang participant natin. Kasi nga, if we're talking about the message, the universe has a lot of messages for us. And believe it or not, more often than not, we all know the answers. Wala naman tayong katanungan na hindi natin alam ang sagot eh. It's only the willingness of us learning each lessons. So, ayan, dahil nakita mo na yung tanong ko, anong life aspect ang gusto mo maging message sa finances? Sige, tingnan natin ang message sa'yo ni God for your finances this year. Sige, tingnan natin. I'll get you 3 cards for that. Sorry naman. Okay, here we go. Okay. We have 1 major card for you. And in fairness, so far, ikaw pala nakakuha ng major card. Ikaw na. So first of all, if we are talking about the finances, the first card is referencing the previous energy. Kumaga, ito yung mga energies na nararamdaman natin. Ito yung pinanggagalingan na energies natin, and this is the Ace of Winter. So alam natin winter na winter yan, okay? Alam natin medyo ito kapos, alam natin na it was, kumaga medyo nagigpit talaga tayo ng sinturon. Not that wala, and I know that, but I also know that you were really, kumaga, you became extra mindful about anything. Kumbaga, you just learned a lot. And if the situation has caught you off guard, now at least you know better. And that is a very good lesson. Kasi sabi ko nga, we will never really know. Kasi sometimes it's all in our head. Na parang, when this happens, pwedeng ganito yung gagawin ko. When this happens, pwedeng ganito yung gagawin ko. But it's fairly different when you get to experience it. And alam ko yan. Many times over na pagdaanan ko na yung mga yun. Nakakagulatan kami ni Universe. Parang, huh? Kaya well, honestly, when I got fired from my job, hindi ako nagulat. I was anticipating it. Was I happy about it na it ended like that? Syempre hindi. So nagulat pa rin ako. Alam ko na pero nagulat pa rin ako. So I know, I get that. But then again, sabi ko nga the good thing about that is you've learned. But here is the current energy that you have. This is the magistrate. And the magistrate, sa angulo ko, yan. The magistrate in the original rider and weight is a representation of the justice card. Alam ko may pinag-iisipan ka. I know you're in the verge of making a decision. Do I do this? Do I do that? Do I stay? Do I go? I know, kumakaano naman ako. I know this. I know this is really a turning point in your life where you're asking, worth it pa ba? Okay pa ba tong ginagawa ko? Ito yung mga experiences ko. Okay pa ba? And I know you're giving it a good thought, but I'm telling you, alam mo din naman yung sagot. And this is not just because of convenience, but because you're being realistic. You're being realistic na alam mo, through thick and thin, at least andyan yan. And alam mo, through thick and thin, there may be some experiences na hindi masyadong happy ka. There were some trust issues. Teka lang, I'm digging deeper in the situation. There may have been people and tawag dito in your life that may have parang medyo napaso ka with trusting other people in the course of yung finances natin. I've felt that as well. But no matter what those experiences have brought you, in the end, you realize one thing. Nandiyan pa rin yung mga pinanghuhugutan natin ng finances natin. This is still, no matter, sometimes you feel good about it, sometimes not, but in the end, you know that yung pinanghuhugutan natin ng finances natin has always been there. And hindi siya, kumbaga, it may not be as amazing as before, but meron. But you know what? I want you na sabi ko nga, just like, alam mo ang theme natin talaga, and you know what? Hindi naman ako magsasawa. I hope hindi rin kayo magsawa sa akin na paulit-ulit kong sinasabi. Bakit ko paulit-ulit? Until everybody gets it. Because alam mo, bago ko ituro to, paulit-ulit kong sinasabi sa sarili ko eh. Because if I'm here right now, if you feel like I've learned this instantly, like that, hindi. Like, kung alam nyo lang ang mga conversations between me and my teacher, and lahat ng tanong ko sa kanya, alam mo sagot niya sa akin? Minsan hindi na ako nagtatanong kasi alam ko iisa lang ang sagot niya. Sir Noel, ito po ang nangyayari sa akin. Anong sagot niya sa akin? And then trust. And then I will message my teacher again. Okay, minsan magkikita kami, Sir Noel, ito yung nangyayari sa akin. And then trust. And then minsan hindi na ako magtatanong kasi ito yung situation ko, Sir Noel, pero itatanong ko ba to? Alam ko naman isasagot mo ay trust, tama ba? Sasabihin niya, oo naman. And so right now, kaya pala yun ang sinasabi ng teacher ko because now finally I know how my teacher is feeling because similarly, I was once a student. I was a student of life. And I get to experience life in a different light. Now I became more mindful and aware of my energies. Reiki has helped me recognizing the differences between being mindful, being grateful, being happy, being honest, being loving and caring, and everything in the opposite spectrum. I've seen a huge difference. And if there's only thing that's lacking in my life before, I was not fond of trusting anything. If there's only one thing na alam ko pinagkakatiwalaan ko, it's God's plans for me. But of course, I don't know how God works before. Pero kung Isang taon na tayo magkakasama dito at paulit-ulit yung mga sinasabi ko because until everybody gets it, until you try it first yourself, and until you get to tell me na, "Oo nga, Marky, ito na yung ginawa ko and tama ka." And until I get that from everybody, hindi ako magsasawa na paulit-ulit yung sasabihin sa inyo. Paulit-ulitin natin to until the lesson finally sticks. Because you know what? I may be saying these things, but you know what? The universe has a funny way of letting us realize our lessons. Sometimes yung mga lessons na yun nagmamanifest as mga sakit-sakit. Sometimes it comes to a point of irreversible yung mga lessons na yan. It can become a tragedy, a form of injury, a form of an accident, or it can be fatal as well. And you wouldn't want that. Sabi ko nga, lahat naman tayo, alam naman natin ang sagot. We also know what is best for us. How about we choose what is best for us finally and pagkatiwalaan natin that we are meant to get it? And so, gusto kong pagkatiwalaan mo because you know what? You become the queen of autumn in time. That's the queen of kaching-kaching. That's why you have to trust. And I want you to develop a more grateful nature as well. Because sabi ko nga, it all starts with gratitude. I hope we all learn from each other when I say na hindi naman natin mararating ang mga narating natin ngayon kung talagang pinuno lang natin yung sarili natin ng takot. Kung natakot lang tayo, kung naduwag din tayo to take risks. And kung hinayaan natin yung mga pagdududa natin sa sarili natin ay pagharian tayo, I'm pretty sure we will not be where we're supposed to be right now kung yun ang ginawa natin. Today is not different. We may have a different situation because of the pandemic, I get that. There are many things globally that's happening right now, I get that. Pero individually, our own lives, it is still what it is right now. No matter what. Yes, and Daddy is still working here. Oh, come here. Oh, come here. I shoot. Come here. Ikaw talaga. Oh, sabi ni Kala Beans, keep trusting the process. Okay? Sure. Yan. O, di ba? Ayaw niya. Oh, dito ka na lang. Dito ka with Daddy. Ay, shush. So, all I'm saying is that meow, 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 meow. Alam mo na yun. Joke lang. You're up for such a great treat, but I want you to keep trusting that this is meant for you. No matter why you're meant to make a decision or not, trust that you are where you're supposed to be. Because where you are right now, this will be the answer. And hindi mo makukuha if, of course, you go. Hindi mo yan makukuha if panghinaan ka ng loob. Hindi mo yan makukuha if pinuno natin ang sarili natin na hindi magandang energy. Thanks for joining Tarot Tuesday. So, ayan, okay. Ay, tanong mo pala yun. Okay. So, may time pa naman tayo. Sige, sagutin ba natin ang mga next questions natin. And here we go. Okay. So, here we go. Ayan, okay. So, tingnan natin. Here is our next. Oh, by the way, before I continue with our current participant, please stay dahil may one lucky winner po tayo ng 1,000 pesos worth of Crystal Abundance Bracelet, courtesy of our official partner, celestialblue.ph. If you want to check out his Instagram and Facebook account, makikita niyo yung mga perfect selections of aesthetically appealing. And I'm telling you, they may energetically bring you the best energies, but aesthetically, not aganda. So if you want to check it out, and also if you have anong tawag dito, if you want to customize your own bracelets, pwede din yun. Just tell us kung ano mga energies na you want to manifest, kung pang love, pang career, for everything. Pwede namang isang buffet na sa bracelet. Pwede naman yun. Okay, depending on what you want to manifest. Iba Calabins, pwede naman yun eh. Ay, shush, you want daddy's time. So, mamaya, I'll see you all later ha. May isang lucky winner tayo ng 1,000 pesos na Crystal Abundance Bracelet. So please stay. Lahat po kayo may chance to win. Oh, and also, sa mga hindi naman masyadong mapapalad for tonight, you still get an entry because every month and next week we're gonna have the monthly draw next week, Calabins. And we're gonna have the workshop passes winners ng emotional healing classes And I'm gonna be giving away more passes for emotional healing dahil punong-puno ako ng gratitude sa inyo. Marami akong ibibigay na alam ko napakaganda nung class na yun, eh. So, emotional healing classes, we have crystal work for modern living. We also have walang mantras, baby, 'no? Kasi part 2 na. Walang okay. So, Reiki 1 and Vedic astrology. Yun yung ano natin. So, lahat tayo may chances to win and monthly raffle natin next month. So, eto na. Here we go. So, etong question nating next participant. Hello po, Master Marky. I missed your readings. Thank you naman. Miss you din. Can I ask for a career reading now na nasa med school ako? Nako, alam mo, I have a very special na ano talaga, na biases for mga nag-aaral. So bless you sa lahat ng mga nag-aaral, lalo na med school 'to. Naku po, hindi madali pero bless you dahil napakaganda ng ano mo, ng preparation na ginagawa mo because sabi ko nga, we need a lot of healers in this world and so pagpalain ka, ha? So tingnan natin. So teka lang, career. Kasi nasa med school ka, pero career pa din yung ano. Okay, sige, tignan natin yan. Sige. Did I get it right? So, teka lang. Are you also studying part-time and then you have ano? So, sorry, enlighten me lang. Kasi career reading na nasa med school ako. Are you studying and working at the same time? Paano ba siya? Full-time student. Okay, okay. So, teka lang. So, dahil dyan, so more of, anong tawag dito? So, well, because you being in med school is gonna be your future career. So, tignan natin na lang. So, okay, sige, tignan natin how your med school life is looking. So, dahil full-time student ka. Tignan natin yan. Okay. So, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, here we go. Aba, napakaganda. Okay, we have 3 minor cards, but these cards are really amazing. So here's yung pinanggagalingan na energy natin. Look at this. It's a 6 of autumn. It's a very abundant choice. Not because of the name, material abundance sake. It's not just that. Because alam mo na the abundance you're preparing for kasi, I know this is something that alam mo in the end, you're willing to invest on this kasi alam mong you have what it takes to share. You have what it takes to share your expertise, to help, and you also have it. And syempre, of course, kasama na yun dyan. Pero I know that you have a very good inspiration from your family as well. And this is what this card is about. You have the 6 of autumn. And I want you to strengthen your energies even more. Kumbaga, give that, this med school, your best energies every time because this is where your current energies are at. Alam kong nagtatanim ka ng maraming energies and it's really becoming very beautiful kasi we have the Ace of Spring. Spring is like the representation of wands. That means hard work, effort. So alam ko, in terms of sunog kilay, nagsusunog talaga ng kilay. And Uy! Okay, ba teka lang. Uy! And I want you to know that yung energy na binibigay mo ngayon, it really is a good source of kumbaga, it's a good source of na panghuhugutan mo ng energy because of this card. Look at that. Nagtatanim ka ng energies ng ganyan, but look at the representation of the kite. It's like a representation of your dreams that you're starting to see na it's flourishing and flourishing because as you study this, mas nasa-strengthen yung, kaya ako to pinili eh. Kaya ako to pinili. And hindi biro ang mga tao magde-dedicate ng buhay nila for a greater cause. And for you to find the happiness and the fulfillment and to strengthen the reason why you're doing what you're doing, sabi ko nga, hindi lahat nararamdaman yan. Only for, look at this, we have the 7 of summer. And look at that. Look at parang this really feels like it's graduation. You wearing that hat. And you wearing it with so much pride and so much love with what you do. And look how festive it is. Kasi iba talaga kapag gusto mo yung ginagawa mo. Iba kapag alam mong you're doing not just because you're doing it for anything else, but you're doing it because alam mo in the end, you deserve it. And you have what it takes to share and you have a very good goal while you're doing it. Mas nagiging fulfilling ang pakiramdam when you have that. So all I'm saying is that everything that you're doing right now, progressive ang energies. And this is a very good reflection of the passion that you're giving. Although nararamdaman ko na minsan para, ano ba tong pinasok ko? Minsan natutulala ko, tama ba to? Pero yun yung mga moments na i-treasure mo. The push and pull, well, when you feel it, it only strengthens the love and the passion that you have for med school. Sabi ko nga, hindi lahat binigyan ng ganyang opportunity. Pagyamanin mo pa. And the world needs a lot of healers. And we're looking forward to see you. So, congratulations sa iyo, Doc. I want to say congratulations sa iyo, Doc. Dahil tatawagin na kitang Doc kasi that's what you're meant to become. Thanks for joining Tarot Tuesdays. And bless you. Bless you. Di ba, anak? Kala, bless mo na itong ating participant para maging doctor. So here we are with our next participant. And then here, ito yung next participant natin. Sandali. I want to ask about love. I'm curious to know, and also career na din. Tingnan natin. Tingnan muna natin yung tingnan muna natin yung sa love. Sige. Meron ba tayong napipisil na na pag-ibig? But let's see. Ba't dahil nagtanong ka ng love, tingnan natin ang opportunity niyan with love. And alam ko, iniisip mo na yung taong yan ngayon. So keep focusing on that person right now. And here is what I'm gonna tell you. Sabi ko nga, we may be drawing cards for you, but sabi ko nga, I don't want the cards to be an opportunity for us to be disheartened or to just be very passionate. No, Matt, dapat ganito ha. And I'm going to say this to everybody kasi ganito din ako. Sometimes kasi, when your mind, your heart, and your soul is focused on manifesting one thing, no matter what the odds are, yung alam mo kahit anong mangyari dyan, bumaha, bumagyo, kukunin ko yan. Ganon. Because yan ang gusto ni universe. Ang gusto ni universe ay yung mga story na no matter what the odds are, you become a very good blessing. Because you are the source of blessing. Through your stories, sabi ko nga sometimes, hindi yun sa sinusubok lang tayo. Hindi yun sa tinatry lang, deserve mo ba yan, o kaya mo ba yan, o hindi. Sabi ko nga, every step that we encounter is a form of practice for us para pag binigay na yung para sa atin, hindi tayo dun palang magpa-practice. Yung practice na binibigay na natin are the early experience before you get to manifest this. So sabi ko nga, if you're already seeing that this is the love that you're wanting to grow, and then make it grow no matter what the odds are. Pero syempre first, I'm pretty sure naman na pag-isipan mo nito. I'm pretty sure this is something that's growing inside of us. Okay? But let's see. Abba. Okay. We have one major card. Okay. And the first card kasi, the first card is the Empress. So ito yung pinanggagalingan na energy natin. And the Empress kasi, ang energetic quality ng Empress. I mean, and the tarot cards kasi, they always have, kumbaga their energetic qualities. A way to describe. Huwag kang kabahan, kalma lang. Okay. So, yung Empress kasi, this is the energy of the mother. So and this is also not just the mother, it's the queen. So kumbaga, when we see the person, we will always hindi naman tayo tatamaan pag wala tayong hindi, gusto ko lang to kasi ganyan, gusto ko lang to for one thing. Hindi. When we feel something, it's because we get to picture or to visualize something. But queen material, queen of my heart. Ganun. That's the kind of material that you see. Yung huhugutan mo ng effort, ng energy is because when you get to experience the person, something inside of you gets to build this story right away. Na as easy as it is, it's not just daydreaming. A part of you really recognizes that pwede. Only for you. And the second and the third, actually these are two consistent the energies ng minor cards. Now, all it's saying is that this is the next one. So this is where your current energy is. It's the Knight of Spring. Now, the Knight of Spring, anong Knight of Spring? So pag spring, this is the ones or the hard work and effort. Right now kasi, alam mo din kasi, na tingnan mo, walang masama na we aim for the best love, the best happiness ng sa love life natin. Pero right now, look at your energy din. Yung energy natin, Your energy natin is also focused on one. And ano yung focus na saan mo dinadala yung talagang, kumbaga, parang yung kabayo na nakasuot ng ganito, nilagay mo siya diyan para eyes on the prize. And right now, I feel like you know what I'm talking about. You see the very good things about this, pero nakikita mo rin yung opportunity that's it's in front of you. The opportunity then that you have to work hard, that you have to focus on the career, that you also have to focus on the great things, that you have to focus on, alam mo, mga blessing na binibigay din sa iyo that you cannot miss out, that you cannot skip as well. That, kumbaga, if you're going to measure all of your kumbaga priorities in life, malalagay mo sa top priority yung gusto mo. Dahil alam mo that you want to focus on your career right now, not because hindi mo gusto magkaroon ng love life. It's really because in the end, it's also thinking ahead. Because in the end, how can you be that father figure or the king of your kingdom if you don't have the means to provide for that? And I know this is preparation for that. But as you are preparing for this, I know then that you want something that would also make the heart happy. Pero, all I'm saying is that, hindi ibig sabihin number one si priority, hindi mo kayang balansehin. But because this is what the last card is saying, look at the Three of Spring, that you're able to balance everything all at the same time. All it takes is for you to exert the equal amount of effort that you're also giving to your career, and then you will find the happiness and the rhythm. Imagine this. Imagine it's like nag-e-effort ka, but it really feels like you're just playing a musical instrument. And when you're playing a musical instrument and then you listen to the melody and you listen to the harmony and you listen to that beautiful song, it may be effort, but it comes out effortlessly because you love what you're doing. In the end, all it takes is for you is to give the same dedication, give the same equal passion, and then it will become like a perfect melody that it is. So all I'm saying is that with the first energy and the second and the third cards coming into play, walang imposible. So, now that you have your answer, syempre, sabi ko nga, iba naman yung makukuha natin yung energy sa card, iba din if you start focusing your mind and heart into it. Walang imposible. I'm gonna say, if you really want this, and if you're also gonna tell yourself that you're gonna be dedicated to get both, of course you will get both. But it has to be a decision that you genuinely have to choose. And honestly, wala namang masama if you find it in your heart na, sige, career muna. O sige, parang kumbaga, okay, if you know yourself na you're wanting to give 100% in your work and you wouldn't want any form of, it's not a distraction, okay? It's not that. Any form of opportunity for you na mahati yung focus mo. Pero honestly, many times over, you've proven how to multitask is something that you can do as well. And actually, most of us can do that. Lahat tayo kaya natin mag-multitask. And for people who are multitasking and for people who are doing many things all at the same time, sabi ko nga it doesn't matter what you're doing. Basta kung anong ginagawa mo, galingan lagi. Give your best energy. And sabi ko nga, until you're there to harvest lahat, nagtatanim tayo ng energy. So galingan ng pagtatanim. Galingan ng pagtatanim. So lahat tayo, welcome to Farmville. Dahil lahat tayo nagtatanim ng good energy. Ako din. Hindi pa ako tapos. Okay? I mean, ano bang mga goal ko dito? Of course, syempre, one of my goals is syempre to hit 1 million subscribers in YouTube, to be monetized. Pero honestly, do you always hear me saying, you won't even hear me say follow, subscribing, and why? Because I'm doing this for passion. Before I was saying it, but you know what? I'm here. I'm here because I really want to share, because I have the capacity to share. So take the inspiration of that. But you know what? It doesn't mean I'm not trusting I'm gonna get it. I know I'm gonna get there. But until I get there, nagtatanim tayo ng energy. So welcome to Farmville. Welcome din sa Farmville. I'm pretty sure you're gonna harvest a lot of hearts there. Pero syempre, all it takes is for, in the end, trust that you deserve it, because you do. Thanks for joining Tarot Tuesdays. And time check tayo. It's already 3 minutes before so that's gonna be our last question for tonight. And thank you so much. Pero ang maganda niyan, every single person watching right now has an equal chance of winning 1,000 pesos worth of Crystal Abundance bracelet courtesy of our official partner, Celestial Blue. So, right now, key in your first and last name and that serves as your entry for tonight's raffle. Sabi ko nga, lahat kayo may equal chance para manalo niyan. And syempre, sa hindi naman mananalo ngayon, dahil isa lang ang winner natin for tonight, ang mga hindi naman masyado mapalad, you will get the chance naman to join our raffle next week. We're gonna have our monthly raffle. So, please key in your first and last name and then, simulan na natin yung raffle natin. Sandali, lalagay ko lang natin dito. Sandali. So, ano nga hindi? 222. Naku, galingan nyo mag-manifest dahil 222 ngayon. It's a time for manifestation. So, 22222. Wow! Okay, so please key, ay, ayan, ang bilis naman. Tony Lin, Tony, sandali. Tony Lin. Pingwall. Okay, thank you. And then, syempre naman yung anak kong si J-Jet. Ayan. And then who else? Ayan. Abay, anak ko si Paula. Hi, anak. Isa pa anak ko yan, isa pang napakagaling yan, working student din yan, ay, yan si Doc Paula, by the way, dahil siya din ay isang med student. Ron Ron, I see you. Hey, nakita lang tayo sa Mega Mall na isang araw. Andiyan ka pa na, hindi mo I see you, Ron. Anak ko din yan. Okay. And, Ivy, ayan si Cha and Ivy. Ayan, okay. And then, Rezelyn. Hi, Rezelyn. Hello. Alam mo, laging suki yan. Thank you. Laging nanonood. Gail, ayan din ang starting, nagiging suki na rin tayo. Gail, maraming salamat. And by the way, anong tawag dito? Sa lahat po ng mga winners and nakapag-experience na ng mga workshop classes namin, remember, every time na may schedule na, all you need to do if you want to review it, you're free to review even month after month. That's our continuous learning commitment for all of our students. Hingin nyo lang sa akin yung link and then I will send the link. Okay, Aina. Hey, Aina, na-miss na kita ha. Aina. Agala. Okay, and then, di ba? Hello, Jaslyn. Hello. Oo nga. Chismis sa ito. Hello. Agree. Ay, anong tawag? Reggie Lantres. Ayoko ma-murder na name. Sorry na. Kung nag-agree ka, very good. Okay. Oh, teka lang. Ang dami-dami yun dyan. Sige, key in your first and last name. Sabi ko nga, ay, 11 o'clock na. I'll give one more minute for us to key in our first and last name and then one lucky winner tayo ng Crystal Abundance Bracelet. Sandali, I'll get the randomizer lang. Iyon. So, sabi ko nga, one lucky winner of Crystal Abundance Bracelet courtesy of Celestial Blue, but also sa mga hindi naman mapapalad for tonight, next week dito natin babawiin because for next week, I'm gonna give a lot of winners for emotional healing class. And you know what? I take pride of that class kasi hindi naman siya basta lang emotional healing. That class gives us the awareness of how the mind and heart processes things. And no matter what situation is in front of you, kung may mga blessings o kaya may mga life challenges tayo, any form of experience, you will get to focus. You will get to be your best. There's a way for us to do that. And I teach that in class. So, miss you din, Aina. And Francesca Danya Marie. Ay, si Marie pala. Marie, hello, Marie. Aba, na-miss kita. Ngayon lang kalita nakita, ha? Red Jill. Okay, Red Jill. Antares. Erispe. Ayun, okay. So, okay, so by the way, last call for hour because already 11. Napakadaldal ko, tinan mo 11. Sabi ko 11:01 mag-raffle na. Okay, going once? May habol pa ba? Going twice? Habol pa ba? Okay, so let's go. We have 11 entries for tonight and one lucky winner of 1,000 pesos worth of Crystal Abundance Bracelet courtesy of Celestial Blue. And yung winner natin, please message me in our Facebook page so that we can get your details, okay? So we have Tony Lin, J Jet, Paula, Ron, Cha, Ivy, Rezelyn, Gail, Aina, Mary, and Red Jill, okay? So one lucky winner of the Crystal Abundance Bracelet. Eto na, tignan natin. Okay, here is our winner. Congratulations to you. You are our winner. Suspense, teka lang. Oh my gosh, Tony Lin. Tony Lin, congratulations. You are our winner. Please send me a message. Teka lang ha, so that we can get your details. Congratulations. And, anong tawag dito? Isasabay ko lang yun sa winner for last week. So, anong tawag dito? Yes, winner pala, winner. Please message me in our Facebook page so that I can get your details, okay? And sabi ko nga, sa lahat naman na hindi masyadong mapalad for tonight, next week, mas gagalingan natin ang manifestation. But for tonight, I want to thank everybody for joining me for another night full of wisdom, full of, syempre, I want to thank everybody din for, syempre, kahit minsan pa ulit-ulit yung mga sinasabi ko, hayaan nyo na. Kasi kailangan talaga mag-stick sa atin yung mga lessons. At tandaan naman natin, di ba, high school nga tayo or elementary and high school bago natin ma-master yung mga lessons. It took us years. I am ready to, kahit silang plaka, uulit-ulitin ko yan para sa inyo until we all finally get it. Until we finally develop so much trust because that's the way to manifest. Again, hanggat hindi natin nakukuha ang gusto natin, tayo ay nagtatanim. So, let our Farmville be full of love, happiness, abundance, and prosperity, and syempre with so much trust. But for now, this has been Marky Mendoza. If you haven't watched the weekly tarot reading, panoorin natin after this. But for now, I'll see you sa Sunday next reading natin. But for now, namaskaram everybody and have a great week ahead. Maraming salamat. Maraming salamat po.